It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I would clean that bone about as good as anything.
Matt Hayes.
The guys they had last year, terrible.
And Leon Searcy.
Mama know that when you get to camp, you ain't going to see a lot of big daddy.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Welcome in. We are a day closer to Super Bowl LIX. Super Bowl X, as I've been calling it. The 59th playing of the Super Bowl. And you got the Chiefs and the Eagles. The line, it ain't moving much, but I have worked opening up the prop shop on a handful of prop bets that you, Leon Searcy, you, Matt Hayes, you, JJ LaSelva, and Coach Campo cannot wait to get to the show tomorrow. And I was trying to zero in on 10. I went to a dirty dozen. Okay.
Nice. Like it.
Because we've done a lot of things with the dirty dozen theme in mind. So I had to go a full 12, a 12-pack of prop picks. So we will do those tomorrow. I'll at least kind of maybe set the table with a few of them today and get ready for the game. But the biggest news, your Jacksonville Jaguars, Liam Cohen, if nothing else, the dude is filling out his staff. Now, it just may be a bunch of kindergartners when it's all said and done, because youth is definitely being served on this coaching staff. Limited experience, first-timers, they are everywhere. But all you got to do is see if it works, because I'll start off, Leon, with the idea that a 28, 29-year-old has been hired as the offensive coordinator. The past staff, they may have been young and old, and they were not getting the job done. So This is why this is all going on, because the last staff just did not get the job done.
True. I mean, yeah, we've got a young bunch of guys coming in there to be expected, to be quite honestly. Probably guys that he's been familiar with. But listen, the only thing when I looked at his resume, the only thing I looked at is the fact that he resurrected Sam Darnold's career.
Yes, he did.
All right? You can say whatever you want to say. Sam Darnold was a different man underneath his regime. You're talking about a guy that completed 66% of his passes, over 4,300 yards passing, and 35 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Right. And it's all you really, it is true. As soon as you heard this guy's name in the pipeline and you were wondering which direction he would go, Nick Caley was a guy that from the Rams that I thought he might go for. He's now in the division with the Houston Texans. So it's not like this is the only team that's going out and hiring these young guys. They're all looking for that blueprint of who can do it for you. And they're all newbies. There's no question about that. But the way, the direction that this game is going, you have to have innovation, new ideas, and new principles on the offensive side of the football. And he, along with Kevin O'Connell, Matt, made Sam Darnold a better quarterback, at least for, 7/8 or 9/10 of the football season before the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think it – look, I think you knew what you were getting into when you hired Liam Cohen. Okay? Yeah. I think that's it in a nutshell. You're hiring a young guy. He's going to hire young guys too. So my guess is they talked to him about the staff. What kind of staff will you bring in? Will you bring in, guys that have been around the league for 20, 30 years, the experienced guys, or will you go after more guys in your level of coaching, the up-and-comers? And my guess, he said, yeah, I'm going after the up-and-comers. We're gonna completely do this thing different. We're gonna do the way the NFL is moving right now. The NFL is moving toward younger coaches. So that would be my guess. So, look, he's your guy. He's your head coach. You got to accept everything that comes along with it. And everything that comes along with it are young guys. And my guess is going to be the new GM will also be a young dude.
Right.
No, I was going to think, Matt, I mean, with the young dudes and the young players, I mean, they could be relatable.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, I mean, that might be one of the reasons why, he's going after the young staff, I mean, half the guys are, in their mid-30s or late 20s, and they could easily be relatable to some of the guys that will be coming in, Not to say that the older guys can't, but I'm just saying that newfound energy, like you said, the NFL is moving in that direction. It's moving in a direction much younger, much more enthusiastic, a little bit more innovative, not concrete and set in their ways. They willing to develop and, inspire different play call and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, if you're Trevor Lawrence, I mean, you should be excited. You should be excited about the opportunity that he's going to schematically put because, Liam said it in his presser, it's about players, not plays. It's about players. So if you're going to put players in the best possible position to have success, then I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, if he's saying it's about players, then it's going to be the idea of motivating these guys as well. Like, how do they motivate this team? because there is a good core of players on this team on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking last week, and I said, if you look at that defense physically,
right,
that's a physically impressive defense they have. They just can't play, or they're not coached well enough to play.
Yeah, I think the evidence was there they were not coached very well. I definitely think that.
Right. So I'm fine with that too. Okay.
But there were also a few guys that just did not deliver. On
sure.
What they
So let's see what Campanile can do.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see how his different ideas and different views and his enthusiasm and his intensity. Let's see what happens, how that changes things. It's no different than Udinski. It's no different than Cohen. Let's see how what their ideas and their way of not looking at it like the previous guy looked at it. Let's see how it changes things, because the last time you brought somebody in here who looked at it differently from the way the last guy looked at it, who looked at it for about all of 11 games or however many games, 14 games, right? For Herb, that what it was, 14 games?
I think there were 3 remaining for Coach Bevel.
I mean, honestly, it took a half season, and all of a sudden, boom, it clicks, and they're rolling at that point. So yeah, I mean, maybe it's the same situation next year. It takes a little bit. They're 2-5 after 7 games, and all of a sudden, bang, it clips. And then you're going 8-2 the rest of the way, and the next thing you know, you're 10-7, you're winning the division, and who knows? And I think that's what they're searching for right now. They're searching for that little spark that can change this team, because clearly there are guys in this team that can play in the NFL. There are guys in this team that are among the elite of their position in the NFL. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at our team, I mean, we looked imposing coming off the bus, and that's about it.
What do they call it? Off the hoof, Joe? On the hoof?
Off the hoof.
Off the hoof, is that what it is?
Yeah, same thing off the bus, though.
Yeah.
Exact same thing.
Yeah. Never translated to the field, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a bad thing.
And the thing is that Darnell Savage, Eric Armstead, Ronald Darby, those 3 in particular on the defensive side of the football, all came in with playoff experience, with pedigree, particularly in the case of Eric Armstead, and they were expected to come in and provide leadership, provide that playoff savvy know-how to win every play, and it just didn't exist. Eric Armstead hardly played inside when you compare his numbers with his hand on the ground, trying to beat either a guard or a center compared to lining up outside. And then Ronald Darby, he was just a shell of his former self. There's no question about that. And then Darnell Savage, up, down in terms of being hurt and in terms of being effective. So, yeah, it was just a hot mess all the way around. 13 games, by the way, for Herb. He made it 13. Yeah, 13 games. So Bevel had the pleasure of the last 4. I can't remember exactly what that record was at year's end as far as Bevel was concerned. But
you know what I mean? Like, they were lost that year, just like they were lost this year. And then the following year, Doug Peterson comes in, and it takes a little time, and then boom, that switch is hit, and away they go.
But it didn't take long for Herb to be lost. Remember that first game against the Texans?
Oh my God, the very first game.
First game of the season, we was like, what is he doing? I said, oh, we're in trouble. That first game.
Big trouble.
Big trouble.
Like, there was like about 20 red flags after that first game.
all right,
When we always talk about the operational mess, that was an operational mess that first game.
Yeah, it was. And I think you can't help but acknowledge that everything that has gone on with the last couple of regimes, that they both ended badly. The start for Doug Peterson in 2022, the end result was glorious. It was a playoff home game, a playoff win, a trip to Kansas City, a game that went on deep into the fourth quarter, all that stuff. And then it ended badly. And look, we know that whenever guys get bounced, it's not because things are going great. I totally get that. But that's why we are where we are.
Right. Well, I think it's the way he coached that team was so different from the way Herb coached that team, and to an extent was different from the way Doug Marrone coached the team. It was just different. And I think those guys eventually bought into it, and that's why the switch was flipped. Now, I think you'll see that with Liam Cohen, too. Does that mean they're going to go 9-8 or 10-7? I don't know, but I think you'll see that. The question moving forward is the bigger question. That's like, micro question. The macro question is, can it sustain? Because it doesn't sustain here. There's a history of non-sustaining head coaches, Joe. Yeah, I don't know if you know that or not.
Well, look,
so that's the point. Is he can have that flip, okay? You get that immediate flip because he's different and the players like him and emotionally and physically and, they are bought in and invested and it flips. But Does it go beyond that 1 year? And does it get stronger with each year? Those are the good coaches. The good coaches that can do that can sustain that, that's when it gets to the rare air. And they haven't had that here.
The two most successful coaches, and you could argue whether the most successful one was the one that got to an AFC championship game, and I'll go along with you on that argument. I have no problem with
it. He was a force of will,
But the two most successful were Tom Coughlin and Jack Del Rio.
Yeah.
Win percentage-wise, Jack never got a team to an AFC championship game. You can argue Doug Marone's better as a Jaguar head coach if you want. That's fine. But those were the two most successful head coaches. Now, Herb, just as an example, had Joe Cullen as his defensive coordinator. Joe Cullen is now coaching in the Super Bowl. Joe Cullen is a very, very good defensive mind, but was not necessarily all of that on that side of the ball when this team needed it.
What did Dave Campbell say? You can't have defensive line guys as your defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
It's got to be a linebackers or a secondary.
Or the secondary. That's what he believes. That's what he believes. But Joe Cullen is still coaching, and he's coaching that defensive line big time for Kansas City.
Well, listen, I would agree with Matt when he talks about you got to have sustainability. There's a reason why these coaches I just give you a best example about TC. TC, first of all, he never made you feel comfortable. Second of all, he always made you feel that you never plateaued. There was always something out there more you needed to get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's got to be it. And then the way he trained you, there was a method to his madness. Now, if we were doing what we were doing with TC and it wasn't functionally giving us wins, then we'd be looking at TC like you're crazy.
Right.
We're like, what are you doing? You're beating us up like that so we could just lose ball games? But then when it flipped and it turned around, we understood that there was a method to his madness. When we made that run in 96, now 97, you're feeling good about your 7-8 AFC championship game. First time in a team meeting, he comes and says, we've done nothing. All that fanfare, all that thing, we've done nothing. He said, hoisting the Lombardi is the goal.
Yeah.
Not going to the AFC championship.
See, that's a force of will right there. That's what that is. And that's like, he was a force of will, whereas Jack Del Rio was more of a player's coach. Well, he had a little attitude to him too, but he was no question he was a player's coach. Right, he was definitely a player's coach. So I think if you can find that little delicate balance between those two, I think you've got a guy that has a chance to extend 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons, and that's what everybody tries to find in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a reason why there was 100% participation, in the offseason. First of all, TC would find you. It was
voluntary
mandatory.
And you were afraid of him.
I wasn't afraid of him, but I liked my cash.
Getting in my wallet.
I liked my cash, absolutely. It's voluntary mandatory, But no, I'm just saying, the first time in team meeting in 1997, he tells us that we've done nothing. We're the media darlings. We're the second team. We're a second-year franchise making it to the AFC Championship game. We're feeling good about ourselves. He comes and says, "You done nothing. What have you done?
Right,
made it to a championship.
Yeah, show me. Yeah, show me your ring.
It was humbling. It was true.
Right,
because that was not the mission. The mission was to win a championship.
Yeah, exactly.
And he always made us feel like we never plateaued. There was always something else to go out there and get.
There's nothing wrong with that, right?
No, not at all.
All right, so
keeps you on edge.
Let's keep looking at this staff. You guys let us know what you think about the newest hire, the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator, the special teams coordinator. They've all been hired. Heath Farwell, a holdover from the last Jaguar staff, but the other two, brand new, coming in, first time doing this job. What do you think about it? 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We always appreciate everybody keeping 1010 XL 92.5 FM tuned in all day long. So bring it. Just let us know what you're thinking about this staff. We've got to bring up the Hall of Fame finalist coming up here in just a second. How good or how tough are the chances for Freddie to make it into the Hall? We'll get into that next on XL Primetime.
So, what did Jeff Prosser do before 1010XL?
He's a world-famous bounty hunter.
Jeff Prosser.
I'm a licensed bounty hunter.
Start the day with laughter.
I hate to toot my own horn, but,
The Drill.
Toot toot.
Mornings on 1010XL.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law. If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
3D Digital has you covered for any of your business's digital marketing needs. From producing award-winning videos to getting those digital ads to follow your customers around the internet, our team has your back. Visit 3ddigital.com or give us a call at 904-712-4004 to schedule a free consultation today. 904-712-4004.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Get more Gators with Dan Hickett and me, Frank Frangie, on all things Gators on 1010XL Gators Podcast, with new episodes every Monday, brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Lauren from Helmets and Heels wishing you a happy new year. Start 2025 off strong by giving your car the expert care it truly deserves at Big Chief Tire. Their skilled technicians will keep your vehicle running smoothly all year long, whether you're commuting, traveling, or just cruising around town. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule an appointment and start the new year off right. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
When you head out for a night with friends or going to the big game, don't forget the best game plan to win the night is to designate a driver and guarantee a safe ride home. Hydrating between buds is the best play you can make. Bud Light, reminding all to drink wiser.
This is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about how God never fails us. In the Bible, Christ says this: I will in no way fail you or leave you without support. This is so important to remember because we can have the attitude, where is God when I need him? Why is this problem happening to me? No, just because your mind is saying one thing doesn't mean that God isn't going to do what he said. God has never failed us in the past. He's not about to start right now.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
New year, new club. This is Joe C., and I'm proud to be a member of Southampton. And with the popularity of golf, getting a tee time is tough. But with membership comes member privileges. Enjoy clubhouse dining, expanded practice area, focusing on all parts of your game. And right now, you can join with an annual commitment and get a $1,000 discount, plus $500 of Pro Shop credit. All the details are online at golfsouthampton.com or call 287-PLAY and make a tee time today at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Hey, this is David with Royal Pest Services. The fact that we've been bundled up the past month gave us an idea. Let's bundle up also with our Centricon and Pest Control bundle, starting at $349. Visit RoyalPestServices.com for your free inspection.
Joe C. for Blossman Gas. They've been providing hometown service and the comforts of propane to home and businesses since 1951. Imagine movie night spent around glowing gas fireplace logs, cookouts in the backyard with your propane grill, or laundry done faster with your gas dryer. Blossman has a wide variety of gas appliances to fit your needs. Propane delivery, gas appliances, and a full-service team. Blossman Gas is your local company for everything propane. Blossman Gas, log on, blossmangas.com, and check out the Blossman difference.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, I tell you what, it's an arm wrestling match between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars as far as who's going to win the passing game coordinator swap. Okay, this is like, what is that one show, the reality show, 90 Day Fiance, or what is it called? Yeah, something like that.
Wait, what?
That's what it is.
90 Day Fiance?
Yeah, 90 Day Fiance, something like that. So who will be
I
more
love that Matt acts like he doesn't watch every episode.
Bro, I've never heard that in my life.
Yeah, whatever. So who will be more successful? Who will be more successful on their honeymoon in their first 90 days? Press Taylor as the pass game coordinator for the Chicago Bears, and Ben Johnson, or Shane Waldron, who was bounced out of Chi-Town, and now he's part of the staff here in the city of Jacksonville. Isn't it interesting that
just
Ben
two
Johnson,
great organizations, just two great organizations to make great hires all the
legendary
time.
organizations.
Yeah. I don't know whether Shane Waldron's going to be a good hire or not. I really don't. And we are talking about some have had limited experience and they're very young. Others have had experience where they've been canned. You can take a look at one of the guys that came from the Panther staff. He was canned before he was hired here. It doesn't mean he's a bad coach, or the fact that he, I don't know, has been around all over the place doesn't mean that he's not a good coach. You know what I mean? These guys have to come in and come together as a staff and then see what kind of product.
Listen, you stay in this game long enough, you're going to get canned now.
Yeah, that is true.
You start young, get canned, you kind of get used to it, moving the maneuver.
Yeah. And Waldron was a guy that has obviously been around, like we've talked about, and then was one of the fall guys when everything was going bad in Chicago after they dominated Jacksonville, doubled them up in London, 32-16. It just kind of went south from there, and they ended up bouncing the OC, promoting the interim, promoting, who was it, Thomas Brown, I believe, to the interim offensive coordinator, then bouncing Matt Eberflus, and then making the interim OC the interim head coach. It was just crazy up there, and Waldron's going to come in here and see if he can help, from a passing game point of view, create more innovations. I tell you what, guys, you start taking a look at the... It
is interesting, though, like, these guys just continue to get recirculated, excuse me. Like, why wouldn't you try something different?
Well,
here's the thing, too, and there's a lot of college coaches who believe this, too, is the smartest coaches of all are the high school coaches, because they'll try anything. Anything. Those are the guys that are the difference makers, that are the innovators.
Well, I think there's a lot of guys that are retreads that or have been on staffs, and just they are constantly honing their craft, just like the player is himself, and they can come in and be useful because they know how to install an offense or they know how to install a defense, and there is something to be said for that there's experience. Like Press Taylor is an experienced coach, may not be over-the-top great play caller, but an experienced coach. I'm looking at these offensive coordinators for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Are you ready for this? Just over the years, it's something else.
I don't even want to hear this.
I'm just going to fly through them, okay? Because some of them were good, but I just want to fly through these real quick. Kevin Gilbride, first ever offensive coordinator for the Jags. Chris Palmer.
Good one.
Both of those guys got head coaching gigs off of some of the success that they had here. Bobby Petrino got a head coaching gig off of some of the success he had here. Bill Musgrave. Carl Smith, we called him Tater. He's still around, I believe. Dirk Cutter.
Dirk's a good one.
Bob Bratkowski. Jed Fish.
Good one.
Greg Olson. Nate Hackett. John DiFilippo. Jay.
Remember John DiFilippo?
Yeah, John DiFilippo.
He's not even in ball anymore. I don't know where he is.
I'm not sure. I thought he was still around, but he might not be. Jay, not to be confused with John, Jay Gruden, Darrell Bevel, Press Taylor. And so now you can add the new cat, to the list.
Bro, John DeFilippo is a head coach, bro.
Yeah, I thought he was still out
Memphis
there.
Showboats.
Where? Oh, come on.
The United Football League.
Yeah, that counts.
That's right. That
does count.
There's a paycheck in there.
I could be the head coach of the Memphis
Oh,
Showboats.
stop.
No, hang on now.
Stop
If
it.
Jack Del Rio has to go to Paris to coach the Musketeers, then there's value in the XF or whatever it's called.
Well, I think that's. I'm not even going to go there, but didn't he just get popped too?
I don't know. Yeah, that has something possible. It might have hurt.
It's
It might have hurt a little bit.
It wouldn't hurt in the UFL. Okay. Well,
I can't. Like the players get paid like $500 a game in that league.
Okay, he probably makes $1,000.
No, they don't,
They
bro.
get paid
They
more
get
than
paid more
that.
than that.
That's like the Arena League. You're thinking.
Listen. I know
Spread rumors now.
Reggie Barlow's the head coach of the DC Defenders.
Yeah.
He makes $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
Where do they practice?
Damn.
Yeah.
They all practice at one area, I think, somewhere in Texas. Then they go off and then they play.
They practice like in maybe at the Star in Frisco. Maybe.
Okay, I have it right here.
It was smart
what
that
you got?
they basically bring them in all together.
So
to
they all practice together and they go out and play games.
So active players earn $5,500 a week.
Okay.
Inactive players about half that.
All right, that's
Training
11
camp,
times what Matt said.
850.
Exactly.
I mean, it is, but $5,500 to get your body beaten up.
I know,
Yeah, but if you win the
they love
MVP, you get 75 extra hundred.
Bro, when you're relatively
7,500 extra
Bro, did you hear
bucks.
that? If you win
they
the
love
MVP, you get $7,500 extra.
Yeah.
Well, you laugh, but
Yeah.
you got kids that are 24 years old and they out the league and still want to play ball.
And they'll do
make $60,000
What an incentive.
in 2
Yeah.
months.
They'll do anything.
You tell me when
man.
you actually know you can make $60,000 in 2 months.
Yeah, let's not
joking.
yeah.
No, I'm not joking about that. But
Joe
the
knows how to make
75,
$60,000 in 2 months.
the 7,500 for the MVP is a complete joke.
It's hilarious, actually.
Well, listen,
Give
they
them
don't-
10.
They don't have the TV rights, all right?
Yeah.
Hardly got people watching.
It is funny that they are on.
I blame y'all. That's the reason why they're not successful.
Yeah.
You don't watch.
You don't watch either.
You don't- of course
How
I don't.
dare you?
We don't watch.
Hey, you watch nothing, man. Come on.
You're watching like,
watch, like,
Everybody
Netflix.
Loves Raymond reruns.
That's true. That's my favorite.
We're already. I love Ray Romano, and we should never ever give the King of Queens a back seat.
No,
to
King
Everybody
of Queens
Loves
right there.
No, I didn't.
If
I
anything,
just know that's Leon's favorite show.
Oh no, he loves it. It's
You
his.
still haven't watched King of Queens,
I
have
haven't. No.
Yeah.
you?
I have no desire.
That would skyrocket ahead of
No,
King of
that's.
Queens.
I mean, that's what your
ahead
mouth
of,
say. That-
Raymond is
It
his.
would.
I
It
love-
would ahead of Raymond.
Listen,
I'm
he's
telling
not better than Frank. He knows better than Frank.
He's so good, but it is your
Actually,
dirty
the
little
other
secret.
Frank.
you. Yeah, the other Frank
Well, I
is
guess
better.
he's Frank in Seinfeld. What is he in? Everybody Loves Arthur. Yeah.
Arthur Spooner.
Yeah.
Spooner. Bro, you would love
The best. All right, so I gotta throw these out. All right, so we talked about a handful of those coordinators on the offensive side, and they were pretty good to begin with, and they did get jobs off of it, and then we all kind of saw how it tailed off. Listen to the defensive coordinators. Dick Geron was the very first defensive coordinator for this football team.
Mm-hmm.
Then Dom Capers.
The Dom.
Those guys any good?
Pretty good.
Yeah. And then it went to Gary Moeller. Moeller was here for a year. Then it went to John Peace, who also was on this staff
I
and
remember
moved
John.
up. Remember
yeah,
John
he was
Peace?
a defensive line coach, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Smitty, Mike Smith, one of my favorite people.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely did a pretty
Really
dang good job.
Really good coach, yeah.
And then it went to Greg Williams for 1 year. He of the
Nutbag.
Yeah, he with the
Lovingly saying that nutbag.
Yeah, in the Bounty Gate and then the Cover Zero. He's definitely has some history as
He's
far
out
as
there.
some of those decisions that he's made. Mel Tucker.
Another good coach.
Oh, yeah, I remember Mel.
And Mel was pretty good. He was here for 4 seasons. And then Bob Babbage. Then Todd Wash. We need to get him on the grass. Then Joey Cullen, Mike Caldwell, Ryan, or Rick Nielsen, as we like to call him, the Chief Trick defensive
Gosh,
coordinator.
those last 4 DCs.
Terrible.
Wow.
So if I'm looking at win percentage, and I might even have to go with a little perfecto. This will be a sidebar perfecto here. Who has the best winning percentage
of that group?
Yeah, as the defensive coordinator, not named Dom Capers.
All the DCs.
I'm taking him off the table, Leon. Okay, because that was your heyday.
Yeah,
and you would have gotten it right. But not named Dom Capers, who has the best win percentage. Keeping in mind, some were only here for a short amount of time.
I'm going to go Smitty.
Smitty?
Mm-hmm. Like Smith. It might be the guy who's been here for 1 year. It could be one of those guys.
Yeah, I'll go with Smitty too.
Yeah, there are only 3 guys that are over 50% in win percentage, and Smitty tops the list. Wow. So Mike Smith is 56.3%. Dick Duran 54.7 because he was here for the first 3 years of you being here, and then Dom came in 99. And then, believe it or not, the only other guy that's over 50%, Mike Caldwell.
Wow.
Because they had a pair of 9 and 8 seasons.
Yeah, that's true.
They had a pair of 9 and 8 seasons. So that definitely is worth pointing out. But let's just stay on the coaches real quick because we meant to bring up Freddie, and we'll get to him coming up in a second. But let's make this the 10-10 take, JJ, because the coaching is hot and heavy right now. And heck, we've got a martial arts expert that's going to be on the staff as well. Am I right about that, John?
No, Joe C's 10-10 take.
Right?
Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit master since 68.
That's
Yeah, that was the tight ends coach winning in the Kumite.
Oh my
against
gosh.
Chong Lee.
Yep.
Did you just say Kumite?
Yeah, wasn't that what the tournament was called?
Have you seen that Instagram reel about the Kumite of the guy fishing? Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my gosh, I got to show you it. All right.
Well, anyway, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
If you remember Bloodsport,
is not for real Jean-Claude Van Damme, but that will affectionately be his name on this show. As we like to rename a lot of people, like Rick Nelson, our Cheap Trick defensive coordinator, but
who just got a new job today.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, so John Van Damme, and he comes over from Tampa Bay, and so that's another one of the staff that we will get into. But I do want to make this the 10-10 take. And great specials right now. We're talking old recipes that are tried and true, but great specials. Take advantage of them. All you can eat ribs, less than $20. They've got that 2-meat combo, pork and ribs, which is just outstanding. The pork, big deal, all great. Check them out at any one of your area Sonny's. So when you talk about youth on this defensive staff and this offensive staff, think about what has happened. And I'm going to look at you, Leon, when we do this 10-10 take, because the principles on offense have changed dramatically. We no longer have a pure pocket passer sitting back there. We have a guy that's on the move, RPO, air raid, versions of the West Coast swing. It's all out there right now. And you have to be innovative on that side of the ball to be successful because the quarterback that's coming into the league ain't the same guy that he was when you were playing. Start thinking about some of the guys. Even though Mark Brunell was mobile, these guys right now, they represent an entirely different skill set. Yeah. So that's why I think both defense and offensive coaches, if you do go young, it's because this game is changing constantly. That's
you want to play that. Yeah. You want to play with versatility, and Trevor has the wheels. I saw him at Clemson. I saw him run. I mean, he had the RPO. I mean, he is a threat to run the football. I think those type of things. As much as I want Trevor to be a passer, I want him to be an effective passer first and foremost. But if his escapability is going to get us first downs or pick up yardage or whatever, you got to utilize him that way. My only concern with Trevor is you got to learn how to first of all hold on to the ball, and second of all, you got to learn how to get down.
Yeah,
you just got to learn how to get down. But you got to use his legs in some capacity.
Yes.
Especially when you're in man coverage, when you know that when you're in man coverage and it's 3rd and 5 or 6 or whatever, your wheels will get you a first down. Because everybody's back's turning and you got a 4-man rush. Take off. I mean, sometimes he just got to be able to just use his smarts about him and run the ball effectively.
And I just think when you're looking at the way the college game has sent quarterbacks into the league, and I don't know how far back we'd go. We might go back to Vic, probably more Lamar timeline, but at the very least, things were changing because there were less pure pocket passers, which means as that position has developed and unfolded, you got to have offensive minds that are figuring out ways to do it.
Like when I said that the high school guys have the most innovative minds, the quarterback developed because of them. Like the high school started saying, we got to run with our quarterback. And like the spread is great. We can throw the ball around, but he's got to be able to run. And then once that happened to high school level, that went then to the college level.
Right.
And then once it became the college level was just overwhelmed by dual threat quarterbacks, the NFL had no choice. They weren't going to just like take these guys and say, no, you're going to throw the ball and you're going to be in our system. They were smart and guys started using them the way they should be used. And I think it probably started really at the nth degree with Lamar. Lamar probably really turned.
He was one of the majors.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, so think about that. Let us know what you think. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can jump in the YouTube chat. It is a day closer to the Super Bowl. So let's bring up Freddie T. We're going to find out tonight whose names will be called for this year's class for the Hall of Fame.
year for MyBookie. It's finally here. A game so big we're not even supposed to say the name, where the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles at the Caesars Superdome. This isn't just the biggest game of the year, it's the ultimate betting event. If you are not on MyBookie, you are missing out on the action. Big game betting with MyBookie goes beyond just picking the winner. We've got all the wild props for this epic showdown. Will it be heads or tails for the coin toss? What color will the Gatorade for the drenching of the winning coach be? Even the length of the national anthem are up for bets at MyBookie. They love giving you options to bet on everything. Make it easy to win and even easier to get paid with MyBookie, whether you deposit with crypto or credit. Bonuses await. And our new loyalty program gives you cash back just for playing. Bet on big game boosted parlays, live betting, and jackpots that can turn small bets into big wins. Why just watch when you can own the big game? Sign up with MyBookie now using promo code 1010XL and get your 50% sign-up bonus to kick things off. Bet anything, anytime, from anywhere with MyBookie.
It all begins with Speed Weeks, presented by Advent Health, February 12th through 16th. The Daytona 500 is sold out, but you can still win a 4-pack of tickets to all the other Speed Weeks races. What driver won the 2024 Daytona 500? Text the driver's last name to 641-1010. What driver won the 2024 Daytona 500? For a chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to the Speed Weeks races, text the driver's last name to 641-1010.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On February 6, 1958, future Baseball Hall of Fame outfielder Ted Williams becomes the highest paid player in the MLB, re-signing with the Boston Red Sox for $135,000.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a beautiful walk-in closet that's already so incredibly functional for me and old Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 1-800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com. And take advantage of extended savings this month. Get 40% off and another 15% off with 18-month special financing.
Yo, E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks. Scratch kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
Attention homeowners, Chelsea here. For a limited time, Renewal by Andersen is making it easy to upgrade your home during our free window month. When you buy 4 windows or patio doors, you'll get 1 free. Our exclusive Fibrex material delivers the perfect combination of energy efficiency, durability, and style. Perfect for your home makeover this season. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window. Restrictions apply. See website for details. License number CGC 1527613.
Give a unique gift this Valentine's Day to that special person in your life with a custom-made candle or body care product from Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
These days, we do everything from our phones. That's why JEA's app lets you manage your utility services anytime, anywhere. Whether you want to view your account, pay your bill, sign up for programs, or check the outage map, you can do it all right from the app, when and where it's convenient for you. Because we want to make doing business with us as quick and easy as possible. Download the free JEA app from the App Store today. JEA, your community, your utility.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
The television man is crazy. Sam with juvenile delinquent Rex. Oh man, I need TV when I got T-Rex. Oh brother, you get, I'm a good dad. Hey, dude,
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Now, we gave Leon a homework assignment last night with some Smoke and Brown just to kind of figure out a new name for all the young dudes. Liam Cohen's staff, even younger today than it was when you left the show yesterday. Even though Shane Waldron is in his mid-40s, they do go out and hire a 29-year-old, Grant Udinsky, as the offensive coordinator. So there's some young cats that are going to be roaming around Duval throughout this Duval. Thank you. This football season coming up. Did you have any good nicknames?
Oh, well, last night I was pondering.
Okay, you don't have to go official on us.
No. I was thinking Little Rascals, and I put Liam. That's what Liam Rascals
instead of Little Rascals.
Yeah,
I like
Liam
that.
Rascals.
Yeah, I like.
I
that.
actually really like that one.
Yeah,
Liam's Rascals.
Liam Rascals
instead of Little Rascals. So let's at least let that one just sip on that, marinate on that, whatever it might be. All right. So if you guys got nicknames,
can you get your guy to come up with like a logo with that? Because remember, you did have the.
Barbecugan's on any. I mean, he's ready to work.
What did you have again? The spin is in or something?
We had
about the
spiral is viral.
The spiral is viral.
And I have to confess that spiral is viral was Nick Foles. That's how sad it was.
Man threw a good spiral.
Yeah. It was just so sad
in practice.
Yeah. Spiral.
Remember that play against the Chiefs? I'll never forget when he got hurt.
And then it
was an amazing throw.
He really kicked butt with the Great Wall of Duval.
It was a great throw to DJ Chark.
Oh, it was. It was an awesome throw. But the Barbecugan did one, the Great Wall of Duval.
That was a great one.
It was awesome. And
how did that work out?
Well, they never became great. they never became a wall.
Right? And you sure can't use it now. I can tell you that.
Yeah. It was a fence.
And there were others that we worked on, but he was
easily walked over fence.
I mean, the more I hear it, I like it. Liam Rascals. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Little Rascals, Liam Rascals.
Wouldn't it be Liam's Rascals?
No.
Little Rascals, Liam Rascals.
It wasn't Little's Rascals.
I know, but it just makes more sense.
It's still Liam's Rascals. I kind of agree with that.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, you can fashion it however you want.
Liam Rascals.
But we'll take some other ones. 641-1010.
Jerk Store. That's it. Jerk Store.
If you want to jump in. All right. So let's get to this. This is Freddie T's opportunity, and as much as I love Fred, he's my favorite Jag. Sans Leon.
I was going to say that was dangerous.
Yeah, no, I'm not your favorite. That's okay.
I
can live with it.
You heard him right there.
To the white meat.
That was almost like Taylor earlier, saying all men are liars. And I'm sitting here going, all right.
Whoa. And I told Leon, I said, with apologies to him, and he knows because Freddie's my favorite. Doesn't mean that Leon and I haven't gotten closer since then. Okay?
Without Leon, what is Freddie T?
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, when you think about
exactly.
Freddie T ain't brought you no lunch.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh my goodness! We should go to break.
Yeah, I'm never getting another.
That might be the best drop of all time, right there.
I'm never getting another burnt end or a drumstick. That's for sure. All right, so Freddie, it does seem like it's stacked up against him,
Leon.
Difficult.
Yeah, I see, bro. I'm looking at the list.
All right, so hit a few high notes here.
Well, the guys, I mean, I'm going through this list, and I'm looking at the locks.
Okay.
The locks I'm looking at is, first of all,
there's a lot of locks.
There's a lot of locks, bro. It's a lot. Eli Manning is a lock.
Yeah.
Oh, is he? Yes,
I think he is. Two Super Bowls? Are you kidding me?
He is. He is a lock.
Yeah, but he's a mid 500 record.
He is. He is. He is
got two of these, bro.
Oh, I know. Look, you're a ring man.
He took
He's
down
a
the
Manning.
GOAT.
Yep.
And then I'm looking at
He is
Luke.
that.
I'm looking at Luke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be hard.
The name
Luke
again.
Kuechly.
Kuechly. That's
He's got a.
That's another.
He may get like a 1 year wait because a lot like Baselli. He only played what 8 years.
Is Luke Kuechly a first ballot Hall of Famer?
He was
guys?
great. He was great. But
He was a great player, but the first ballot.
Kuechly was a grown man.
He was a grown man, bro.
I'm just saying. Is Freddie T
and so he
not
did,
as good as Luke Kuechly was at his position?
No, I agree with you, but yeah, I don't think he's going to get in first.
And he did walk out a little early, just in terms of he was
what about
eighth year, I believe.
Yeah.
What about Torrey Holt?
Because think about it. Think about it.
No, not first ballot.
Think about it.
Well, that was not first ballot.
Patrick Willis wasn't first ballot, was he?
I believe he was.
He was? Ooh, then that
49ers?
might
All
mean
right,
Kuechly's getting in, bro.
Hang on. Now, Torrey's been on the ballot. I'm almost positive.
Torrey's been on the ballot for a minute.
Yeah. And
okay,
Kuechly,
well, then maybe I don't. The guys that I think that are locks may not be locks. Freddie T might have a shot.
Mhm.
Okay, what about Antonio Gates?
I feel like he probably will be one.
Right?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm thinking man.
Hang on, Patrick Willis was not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He wasn't?
No, so that means Kuechly's probably not going to be it.
Right.
Because they're very similar.
That's shameful, too.
And by the way, look
By
up
the
the
way.
years of Pat Willis because he also did.
He retired when he was 30, so he
Yeah.
was about 8 years.
Okay. All right. So
9
about
years.
the same time.
Okay, what about T. Sizzle?
I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be a first timer. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's that?
Yeah.
T. Sizzle, Terrell Suggs.
Okay.
Yeah. Terrell Suggs, and I don't have his numbers in front of me, but
I would feel like he's in.
He's top
he
3
played-
sacks, right?
Yeah. He
No
was,
way he's top 3 sacks of all time.
Really?
No way.
He was dominant.
I mean, he was dominant, but I don't know if he's top 3 sacks of all time. Really? Top 3 sacks of all time is like Bruce Smith, Reggie White, and probably Kevin Green. Somebody like
You
that.
just nailed that. It's exactly what
He
it
has
was.
139
Bruce Smith,
sacks.
Reggie White, Kevin Green,
Okay.
first 3.
and then one of the guys that
And
just
Suggs is
recently
8.
DeMarcus Ware got in there off of his
He did.
total,
Mhm.
and I, even though I think he's a pretty damn good player, I never really would have screamed, first ballot Hall of Famer.
But what about Jared Allen? Jared Allen was a beast. Now, I'm
He's
not
number
really was.
12 on the all-time sack
Yeah.
list.
He's just been left
He was
off.
a beast.
Only
He
3
was a
behind
beast.
Suggs.
Yeah, he's
And
been.
But was never on like a mega team.
No.
Just the Vikings, right?
Well, I think he
Or-
was part of that team that. Well, yeah, he was part of that team.
Well, was he part of the Saints team that won it?
He was with the Kansas City Chiefs 04 to 07, Vikings 8 to 13, then the Bears for a couple of years, Panthers to finish.
Oh, he
his
didn't play
career.
for the. I thought he was play for the Saints.
I thought he was with the Vikings when they did have that 15-1 record, and Gary Anderson missed. But
I think he was he on one of those Vikings teams with Favre, maybe? That got to like the NFC title.
To the NFC title game, yeah.
That
sounds right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've glossed over Vinatieri.
I just want to.
How does he? Like,
I was
when
gonna
does
say-
he go in? Right?
He doesn't. Is this first
If they're
ballot?
letting a kicker in, he's got to be the one. I mean,
Well, there are
I know
other
there's
kickers
other
in.
kickers in, but it's been a long time, right?
Yeah, it's been a
But
minute.
he's the most clutch kicker of all time.
He is.
I'm looking at, all right, just to give you an example of first ballot. And these are guys, and this goes back, let's see here, over the last 20 years as far as first ballot Hall of Famers. And it's tough to get in there. You got to have some serious credentials. Julius Peppers.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Legit.
Joey Thomas.
Legit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Darrell Revis.
Legit.
Charles Woodson.
Legit.
Peyton.
Legit.
Megatron.
All right, here we go.
Palomalu.
Yeah, you got to be one of the best, like 200 players of all, 100 players of all.
But if you think about Vinatieri, I don't know if this is his first time or not. There's 3 kickers in the Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Jan Stenerud, who's the old timer.
Yeah.
Lou Groza, who's the older old timer, and Morton Anderson.
Yeah, he might have to wait just a little bit longer. But Tony Gonzalez, first ballot. Champ Bailey, Ray Lewis, Urlacher, Harrenhal, Randy Moss. And here's another guy that's in this group is Lizanian Tomlinson. Like, if you think about that type of guy, as soon as he walks up, he's in. I was surprised that Jason Taylor was a first ballot.
Yeah, I think Gates has got to be in, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's got to be in.
Who's got to be in?
Antonio Gates.
Antonio Gates.
He's definitely a
It's
Hall
going
of
to be
Famer.
difficult for Freddie.
But okay, but I'm gonna ask you this: is Antonio Gates? I mean, you're talking about
No, I agree with you. As far as like at the top of his profession, Freddie was clearly at the top of his profession, no doubt.
Yeah.
Ogden, first timer. Larry Allen, Sapp.
Not only that, Antonio Gates didn't win. He didn't win any world titles. No Super Bowls for him.
Yeah, but don't you think Antonio Gates was like the best
At his
tight
position.
end for a good amount of years? You would never even say Freddie Taylor was the best running back for probably any of his seasons.
Well, he was always right there. He was
But
probably,
never the best.
Yeah, he was probably third on the list on
Right.
a lot of lists for a handful
It was
of
a
years.
crazy generation of running backs.
Yeah, it's also a different generation of the game, too.
We had to
man.
remember the running backs that were in the AFC, bro.
Oh my gosh!
I know. I'm not
Curtis
blaming
Martin,
him for that.
Jamal Lewis,
Same
Priest
fact.
Holmes,
Eddie
Larry
George,
Johnson,
Corey Dillon.
Yeah, it just was on and on and on.
Bro.
So, like Antonio Gates as an example, Tony Gonzalez was probably considered
For
the
a
top
long
guy
time.
at the time, and then Gates was right there with him. And then you can throw Jason Witten and some of these other guys in, but Gates was unreal.
See, this is why you need players on that committee, man. And I know the media guys love it. I know they love that the fact that they can vote for that, and I'm all for it. It's great. But, man, you need players on that committee, like kind of like okay, here's what we're going to vote for. What do you four players think? Just to have them, like, bounce off ideas from them. I mean, it's hard to, like, hear Bill Belichick say Fred Taylor was the best running back of his era. And how does that not hold weight to those guys?
Well, I
and
think
gals?
it should, but I agree that, and we've talked about it a bunch, and it's just, it's the way that they have set it up, and it's been fairly solid. There haven't been a whole lot of arguments that you could make with any of the guys that they do vote in. You might have an argument about guys they don't let in, but compare that to baseball. In baseball, they're obstinate, they're stubborn.
There are also guys that don't even cover baseball.
Yeah.
Also.
Maybe.
No,
yeah.
they're not maybe. I'm guaranteeing you, though. I know a couple guys.
So that even though
they have votes,
for like a long
they have
time.
votes, and they don't really cover the sport anymore.
Okay, so they are part of the baseball writers of America.
But then again, there's Heisman voters who don't cover the sport too. So
a lot more of that.
Yeah, because there's a lot more voters too. Right. So, all right. So you guys let us know how good or how tough is it going to be? How good are his chances? How tough are his chances for Freddie T? 641-1010. Jump in on that. So when we get into this next hour, I'm at least going to give you guys a couple of prop bets that we are going to have. But JJ and I, we have, like we said, about a dozen prop bets that we are going to use. And so let's give a couple of XL Primetimers. And basically all I'm doing is we have to get the top prop better on XL Primetime. Whoever gets the most correct. And JJ's the judge, jury, and sentencer of this bad boy. You get 3 or more correct, you go into a drawing, and then we'll pull out the beer package that we will give you. Okay, so one winner, but JJ will take 2 or 3 of you right now, 641-1010, and we will give you a chance to get hooked up with some of these prop bets. And we're talking about some of the stuff is nothing too tough. Team to score first, team to score last. Total points scored, will they be odd or even? Will there be a touchdown in every quarter? Stuff like that. Over, under total on the national anthem. Who will the MVP thank first? You know, that type of stuff. So you guys, 641-1010, let's get 3 of you in right now. JJ will take you with our prop shop open for business on XL Primetime.
Living life on the edge of your seat.
Are you kidding me?
Your front row seat for play-by-play.
Break it free, they're not going to catch you.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. The big game is here, and it's now or never. Time to play and win with PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with more than 10 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. And now it's a big game free pick time. And listen to this. If Pat Mahomes throws for 1 yard, that's 1 yard, you win a square. And think about this. Will Saquon Barkley rush for more than 112.5 yards? Or Jalen Hurts throw for more than 215.5 yards? Or Travis Kelce have more than 62.5 receiving yards? Just that simple. And now PrizePicks is giving you a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. That's right, 1,000 times just for playing. But here's the best part. PrizePicks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy. That means your lineups stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code JAX, J-A-X, and get $50 instantly when you play 5. It's all there at PrizePicks. Run your game.
Visit Monahan Jewelers now through Valentine's Day for savings on all GIA certified diamonds and discounts store-wide up to 40% off. and interest-free financing on all purchases. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. Monahan's has it all. We're not a chain store. We're your local family jeweler since 1977 with a world-class inventory of fine jewelry and diamonds and gemstones available in any size. Support your local family jeweler now through Valentine's with huge savings in our inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
This Black History Month profile is brought to you by McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. Jacksonville native and Pro Football Hall of Famer Harold Carmichael played his high school football at Raines and was an all-conference receiver at Southern University. And in 1971, Carmichael would be drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, having a stellar career. He would set an NFL record for catching a pass in 127 consecutive games while leading the Eagles to a Super Bowl appearance. And in 1980, would become the NFL's Man of the Year for his work off the field.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The housing market is as busy as ever on the First Coast. And if you've moved in or moved on, make sure you have a team of trained electricians ready to help. American Electrical can make sure you're up to date electrically and maximize your living experience. Smart home automation services, home theater systems, outdoor and dock lighting, and backup generators. American Electrical can do it all. A team you can trust with highly trained technicians ensuring you have the best living experience. American-Electrical.com, a leader on the First Coast and powered by professionalism.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser start the week by giving the ball to the best back in Duval.
And off, Fred Taylor.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins DUI defense firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
Denny Thompson here. This is the last week to enter for a chance to win a $2,500 prize over at the new Tyson Sound and Security showroom. I'm talking a 75-inch loaded Samsung TV with 3D surround sound, a soundbar with wireless subwoofer, and installation is included. Stop by the new showroom, check out the setup, and drop your name in the box to enter for your chance to win. Giveaway ends Sunday, so go now to Tyson Sound and Security, 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
Mia here. When it comes to roofing, whether it be shingles, metal, or most repairs, there is one name that has protected your home since 1999. Pro-Jax Roofing. Serving all of Northeast Florida, Mike and his guys have been repairing and replacing roofs for 25 years. Need insurance help? Mike's team can help. Raised in a military family, Mike provides great attention to detail with unparalleled quality and workmanship. They also have warranties, so you can have peace of mind. Call Mike today for a free estimate or online at projaxroofingfl.com.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Baker Glass. The Jacksonville Jaguars coaching staff continues to take form as they've agreed to terms with Grant Udinsky to become their next offensive coordinator. Head coach Liam Cohen says Grant will bring a wealth of knowledge, energy, and a winning mindset to help lead our offense here in Jacksonville. He's a rising star in this league that has been a pillar of success for the Vikings organization, and we can't wait to have him lead our offense. The Jacksonville Jaguars, according to reports, are expected to hire Michigan's Kevin Wilkins as assistant linebackers coach. He coached Michigan's outside linebackers this season, including standout Josiah Stewart. He previously worked in the NFL with the Ravens and the Giants. Currently 80 degrees at 3:01. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, JJ just opened up the prop shop. We need to get a prop shop. We need to get a sounder for it whenever we open up that betting window. And we'll give a few more chances today and tomorrow. Just have a little fun with it. And it's going to be one big prize. And I call it a big prize. You may call it not so much, but it's just beer swag, okay? And it's just going to be a big cooler full of good stuff.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. But you got to get a handful of them right, and then JJ will draw the winner, and we'll make sure that we get in touch with you. But just hook you up a little something extra to have on the line because the square games are out there. The prop bet sheet is out there. I open up the Pops prop shop with the youngsters, and so they love it. They definitely get into
like
it.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, exactly. And they were
you're
Super
teaching
Bowl
those
Santa.
those innocent little kids about how to be a degen. It's
they
unreal,
love it.
man.
They love it. And they were asking what the prize was. And I have a couple of different prizes that you get to display proudly either on your mantle or in your, wherever. And so there's a lot on the line. There's a lot on the line. Son-in-law's power rankings are on the line. And
Again.
both Jordan and Joey they've not fared well in the props game. So
I mean, to be fair, it's on the line all the time with you.
That's
Seriously,
true. That's true.
You change you're like floating with the breeze on that thing.
Well, I just know that
you're forcing them to like please you is what you're doing.
No, they try hard and then ends up messing up their mojo because Hyla kicks tail on the prop sheet. And Andy does too, so we'll see.
Now, do you guys have people over for the big game, or do you go out? I know Leon will be at the cigar bar. I could probably put my life on that. But the other ones in the room.
But it's a half and half.
Is it like you have to watch it? I have to watch it at home by myself.
Oh,
I
really?
hate.
I
well,
kind
if
of
it's my
do too,
team,
actually.
yes. But like for the Super Bowl, I also like to because I do like to watch the commercials.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a half and half for me, and then TLD and I will make sure that the there's some other prop bets that are on the line, okay? That we have. Yeah, so those
are the important prop bets. Don't kid yourself.
I have to be playing the privacy of my own home, but it's all up for grabs. But the
Only
first
you
half
would
is,
do that, seriously.
Yeah, I know, I'm crazy. But the first half is always fun, and so there's always something going on.
So you have people over.
Yeah, which will be fun.
Matt, of course, the journalist that he is, always watches games by himself.
He's working.
Laptop in front. No fun. No drinks. No food. Journalist.
It's very difficult to watch games with people because then they're always asking you questions.
Yeah.
I don't mean that as like I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. That's kind of the reality of the situation.
Who are they? Who like your girl?
Yeah, it's not just that. It's just in general, man.
I couldn't imagine like sitting next to Matt and just having to ask him so many questions about the game.
I'm scared for him right now. Okay.
Right, JJ. Why did you even do that, man? Don't do that.
I am scared for him right now. All right, I've got just a few just angles that we can attack here.
You guys angle me into stuff, and then I'm,
As far as the Super Bowl is concerned, let's actually talk X and O's just for a second, Big Sur, and we will do it again tomorrow. If you do come by, we'll be at the Southside Ale House, so right over there in Tinseltown. We'll be hanging out and talking ball, and so we might even set up the prop shop where we can get a few of you over there to maybe do some prop bets. But just come on by and say hey. But when you take a look at strength on strength, both of these defenses we know are very, very good. And Philadelphia has just turned from one dominant defensive unit 2 Super Bowls ago, 2 Super Bowls ago, to where they are now. And they've changed over their personnel on that side of the ball dramatically.
They're better defensively now.
Yeah, and they're younger. And then even the change from coordinators, because Vic Fangio, pretty dang good pretty dang good defensive coordinator, but Jonathan Gannon got a job off of that too when he was coaching.
Well, as much as being said about the offenses and Patrick Mahomes, rightfully so, and the running game of the Philadelphia Eagles and offensive line, rightfully so, I think that whatever defense can dictate tempo, I think that's going to be the major factor in the game. I mean, like you said, both sides of the ball defensively, I mean,
they're sound.
They're savages, bro. They get after it. I mean, whether it's the 4-man front, 5-man, 6, whatever, it's Spagnuolo. I mean, he probably is the MVP of this team. I mean, because we're not talking about the Chiefs teams of the past that used to light up the scoreboard. You're talking about Chiefs teams now that defensively suffocates you, smothers you, gets after you pretty good. And Chris Jones is, I mean, he's unblockable with one man.
Yeah.
You've got to put two people on him. Now, I'm not. Your boy Jalen Carter. Now he's dynamic, but I don't think he's reached Chris Jones status.
I wanted to ask you that because it feels like what's happening in Philadelphia is what has happened in Kansas City. They got their Chris Jones.
Oh, they got him. I mean,
I don't know how. He's not on the same.
No, he's not on the same wavelength right now. But it's only a matter of time before he's only a matter of time where offensive guys are going to say, "Hey, listen, we don't block this guy. We're not going to win."
That might happen after this game, actually.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, this is where legends are made, man. The big league. I mean, there's the big stage where the lights are brightest. You shine. So I mean, they're not going to put one man on them. You that's trouble. If you put one man on them, you will not be able to block them.
And then when we take a look at the quarterbacks, which one of these guys, Pat Mahomes, his resume speaks for itself. He's been able to make enough plays in the postseason that every single time you take something away, he's prepared for it. But that defensive front against him, if they can make him uncomfortable, they can knock him down. Who knows if they'll be able to get to him on a regular basis, but they don't necessarily have the run game, even though we mentioned Kareem Hunt has. Yeah. Kareem Hunt, I want to say, has scored in 7 straight games. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it really doesn't. I mean, with Patrick Mahomes, the run game could be a quick pass, a bubble screen, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The end of rounds, the jet sweeps, those type of things. I mean, Xavier Worthy, I mean, you get him out in open space with a couple of blockers. I mean, that's just as good as a run, you know? So, yeah, I mean, listen, with Patrick Mahomes, I know you say, well, he needs a run game. No, he doesn't. Not really. He still finds a way.
They just score, man. They find a way to score, whether it's the defense sets up short fields or it's like Leon says, the perimeter game. I'm telling you, man, it's 3rd and 6, and he finds a way to move the chains.
Yeah, he always has.
That's just who he is.
So, Super Bowl 57 matchup, which was going back a couple of seasons. Over under of 50 that year versus where we are right now. It's just 50. A little bit, over under of 50, which is right around where we are. That one eclipsed by the teams for a total of 73 points. So just think about that. 3rd highest scoring Super Bowl of all time. And the teams have only added more offensive firepower when you think about it. Since that win, when you think of Saquon Barkley coming into the Philadelphia Eagles fold and how much more he's done. You already mentioned Xavier Worthy, what he can do. DeAndre Hopkins, while not 100% all the time or the same cat that he used to be, he still can make plays. Travis Kelce still can make plays. And so we'll see. AFC title game, 61 combined points. That total was 49.5. And so both Buffalo and Kansas City were able to put up points. It was still another one-score game that Kansas City lost. NFC title game, we know Philly beat the over. The Eagles, the over was done, cooked by midway through the 3rd quarter. They had 55 when the over-under was basically 49.5, 50 points, somewhere in that neighborhood. Actually, it was less than that. It was 47.
Yeah,
47 in that one. And they had, 78 total points. So
this one's at 48.5.
Yeah. And so it's less than 50. And this will be probably one of our props that we put up there. But that's going to be a tough one. Like your early gut on that one.
I'm taking over. I'm taking over in the game. I am.
Okay. I think I might take under. Those are 2 really good defenses.
Very good. Very good. They're going to be prized possessions. There's no question about that. And so that's what you got to kind of figure out is whether or not you think Philadelphia's going to control the clock, whether they're just going to try and churn and burn with Saquon. But Saquon's been able to get off those big runs. Yeah. It's not like they've had to have these lengthy drives. They have had their share of them, but that ain't the only thing they do.
I mean, you don't need lengthy drives, but if you you kind of want them because you still possessions away from Patrick. All I know is this: in the fourth quarter, with less than a minute and a half to go, don't let Patrick Mahomes touch the ball.
Yeah. If you can avoid it at all,
if you can avoid it, I don't, because no score is safe. If he gets the ball with a minute and a half to go in the game and they down by whatever, it's done. It's a wrap.
If there's a blowout in this game, so like 2 scores or more, who do you think is the team most likely to do that?
I feel like that's the Eagles. I feel like it's the Eagles because I feel like it's Saquon getting going, and the only way that they can use that run game and keep it going like that, where what JJ suggested, a blowout, is that if he has those home runs and they come early, because if Kansas City is to get up in this game by 2 scores, you really do limit what Saquon can do.
Oh yeah,
you
right.
rob,
and you got to rely on Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, you rob the Eagles of that major pulse and heartbeat of that offense. He's the engine.
I don't know if they're going to get a home run against the Chiefs. Against that defense.
Well, they're pretty.
It's not Washington, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And Washington just got gutted by them.
3rd and 9, you run a screen. They're coming upfield.
Maybe.
Well,
they're pretty. They're number 1 fundamental, and number 2 they're very disciplined. You don't see them missing gaps or missing run fits or no.
And this is also
that, man.
This is a former Jaguar head coaching candidate, Steve Spagnuolo, against Saquon, against Kellen Moore, trying to figure out who's going to be able to outfox one another and putting bodies up front. How much do you dedicate to Saquon? How much do you put in terms of a spy importance on Jalen Hurts? Because he still can run the football. He's still. I have to look and see what his over/under total is as far as passing goes.
You also got A.J. Brown, Devonta out there on the outside too, man. So if you sneak those safeties up, he's going to throw it right over the top.
And Dallas Goedert has become a major weapon. Down the stretch.
Listen, I'm using that offensive line because that offensive line from tackle to tackle, it averages 6'6", 326. All right,
really.
They're 26 pounds heavier than the guys across from them. I'm weighing. It's going to be like a heavyweight fight. I would just wear on that defense, pound them, the ground and pound all game long. Put yourself in third and medium situation or 3rd and short situation and just run the ball.
Just
man.
double team Chris Jones.
Just wear them out. If that's the first person I'm trying to wear out. Double teaming them, cutting them on the front side, cutting them on the back side. Make them have to get up.
Yeah,
I would. You got to eliminate. You got to cut the head off the snake. You got to eliminate him. Yeah. Get him tired. Get him tapping out, coming to the line of scrimmage. And how you do that? Wear him down.
Yeah.
Double teams, cut him. Whatever you need to do, get him on the ground, make him have to get back up.
Okay. Now he did sell it pretty good yesterday as far as taking the Philadelphia Eagles in this contest. So
can I give you a stat before we break that has blown my mind?
Yeah.
It's from a texter. I trust you.
Yeah, we love our primetime texters.
Mahomes is 8-0 against Fangio. And 3-0 against the number 1 defense in the playoffs.
Wow. Now I'm
3-0 against the number 1 defense in the playoffs.
We have to look that up because I feel like that I don't remember where Philly was ranking defensively, but San Francisco definitely was up there. And they played San Francisco twice and beat them. So that does make sense from the texter.
And he owns Fangio.
Yeah. All good things must come to an end.
It sounds to me like you're leaning right now.
Oh, he's.
I definitely feel a lean for you right now.
Me, I'm leaning
toward the Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm 0-5 against Patrick Mahomes. The 5 times I bet.
You gonna roll dice again?
Well, I'm sure. I'm not sure. I'm on the fence.
This is the guy through roulette table who's been betting black for 4 or 5 straight, just losing and just keeps betting betting it, and finally he changed his bets and
then you lose again.
Yeah. So you got to keep at it.
Yeah, because you lose again. Because the worst thing you can do is go, you know what? I give up. I'm going to the other side. I'm betting. I'm betting with him, and then you'll lose again. Believe me, I've been taught any number of lessons in that category. That's for sure. Barkley, just one more little quick saucy nug here. Saquon, and they, like we said, he has home runs. He has 13 runs of at least 30 yards this season.
Saucy nugs.
That is
in the NFL.
Big time.
Yeah,
that is big time. And when you go against what he did on that run against Washington, you're right. That defense, maybe JJ said it, that defense of the Commanders, this defense is nothing like that defense. That defense soft in certain areas and gave up big plays.
But the Giants let that go, man. That's never given enough, I guess enough spotlight. That the Giants just let him go.
Yeah, they had to make a decision up there, and they made it on Danny.
Danny Dimes instead of
Saquon. But it's still the rule was going into this year. There's been a little bit of rebirth and a renaissance, as we like to call it, for the running back. But it was you got to go with the most important position. He certainly wasn't the best player on that team, but he played the most important position, and that's why they felt like they had to go in that direction.
You've got the elite of that position.
Yeah. And Saquon,
walk, man.
Yeah, and Saquon had the previous injury, and so they were worried about it. But man, what a great season this cat has had! It's the truth. It's XL Primetime.
Do your film study, work on the field, get in the weight room, and guys will follow you, especially when you get on the field and you make plays.
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK, and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Happy New Year from Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Start 2025 off right by keeping your car running smoothly. Whether you're traveling for work or heading out on a weekend getaway, their expert technicians will ensure your vehicle is in top shape. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule maintenance, repairs, or tire service. With Big Chief Tire's trusted care, you'll tackle every journey ahead with peace of mind. Start the year strong. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Give a unique gift this Valentine's Day to that special person in your life with a custom-made candle or body care product from Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back home Friday and Saturday night as they battle the Trois Rivières Lions. Friday's game is Cancer Awareness Night, presented by Liberty Landscape. Come support the Icemen as they fight to stick it to cancer. Saturday, bring your dog to the game for Pucks and Paws Night, presented by Forever Vets Animal Hospital. 7 o'clock at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
A hardworking student athlete deserves recognition.
Catch the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Scholar Athlete of the Week. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. Wednesdays on The Franchi Show.
On 1010XL.
Hey, sports fans, it's Hayes Carline from MyBookie. Eagles and Chiefs, this isn't just the biggest game of the year. It's the ultimate betting event. If you're not on MyBookie, you're missing out on the action. Big game betting with MyBookie goes beyond just picking the winner. We've got all the wild props you can think of for this epic showdown. MyBookie loves giving you options to bet on everything. What really makes MyBookie stand out, we make it easy to win and even easier to get paid. Whether you deposit with crypto or credit, bonuses await, and our new loyalty program gives you cash back just for playing. Bet on big game boosted parlays, live betting, and jackpots that can turn small bets into big wins. Fast signups, lightning fast payouts. This is where winners play. Why just watch when you can own the big game? Sign up with MyBookie now. Use promo code 1010XL and get your 50% sign up bonus to kick things off. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Looking for a great place to enjoy some craft creations and soak up some scenery? Bernardina's Mocama Beer Company is a must-see and must-try. Nassau County knows it. Visitors need to find out about it. Mocama means near the big water where the sun is born. And if you visit their tap room in Bernardina Beach, you'll see how they've mastered equal parts precision and art in creating great flavors from IPAs to Pilsners, lagers, and sours, plus plenty more. Mocama.com, Mocama Beer Company. Start an adventure and find them in Bernardina.
Crosser here, still telling you about Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Lifetime Enclosures is keeping the sale going into February. Enclosures starting at only $89 a month, and if you get a complete enclosure done, you get free flooring. If you just need flooring, Lifetime Flooring is running a buy one room, get the second room free. Now offering floor coating for that garage or patio deck too. Give them a call or visit their showrooms just off Phillips Highway. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you be active, reach weight loss goals, and find your inner strength while you connect with your community. Family memberships at the Y include unlimited group exercise classes, childcare while you work out, and youth sports participation. It's easy to join the Y and affordable for all. Plus, the Y is a great place to meet a new circle of friends. Visit the Y near you or online at fcymca.org.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Don't miss the big game specials at Southern Steer Butcher. Check out our website for the big game snack attack, party combo, sampler combo, and the best buffalo dip you've ever had.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Pizza to Tea here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find the scratch kitchen that comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Come on, somebody.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, we'll give you guys another shot at some props. We'll open the prop shop. JJ. There it is. Okay.
Are you going to give Leon and I a little idea of what it's going to be at least? So, like, when we pick tomorrow?
I think you might have heard some of the ones that he was calling out to the
I'll give you an example. Like the national anthem over-under, of course. Team to score first, team to score last. This is an interesting one. Total points for both teams combined, odd or even. So just
I like that.
Those are just a few of the many that we have that you might get if you're a caller when we go to break.
Right, and I like a couple over-under on the actual jersey number.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Like the score of the first touchdown over-under, yes.
Yeah, which is pretty cool because you got some low numbers as far, I think it's 15.5, something like that. And so I like that one. But once we go to this next break, we'll do a little call for calls and open up the prop shop. I feel like we have to have our own sounder, but we'll figure that out. Does anybody else use that one, JJ? Because I think,
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't listen to any other show but ours, but I'm assuming no.
All right, make sure. All right, thank you. It's got E written
Sorry,
all
I
over
work
it.
on like 3 shows. I can't listen to them all, folks.
It's got E written all over it right now. But anyway, I think we're good. All right, so just be listening for that. We'll give you a chance coming up in just a little bit. So just to finish out this number of guys, the candidates that we were talking about, and we know that guys that we root for, makes sense if Leon, you're rooting for Reggie Wayne because he's a former Cane. He's been on that list a long time. He's not been able to make it in. Darren Woodson has also been on that list a long time. He's a guy who I truly believe is deserving, and maybe because of coaches' love and affinity for Darren Woodson and the player that he became. And sure, he's got bias, but Darren Woodson's was one of the more dominant safeties that we saw in his time. And we're talking over a decade worth of play in a Cowboys uniform, played with one team. Reggie Wayne, over a decade worth of play, played with one team. Vinatieri played with 2 great Super Bowl winning teams when you talk about the Patriots and the Colts. And I don't know whether kickers are going to get in easily, but Steve Smith is a guy that's still a little curious. Did you ever look at him and say he's a Hall of Famer? I always felt like Steve Smith was one of the greatest overachievers I've ever seen.
Hall of Great, maybe.
Played angry, undersized.
Overachiever,
Yeah,
no doubt.
I just don't know whether I'd say.
Just a tough player.
He was.
Yeah, I love tough players, man.
I bet if he played for like the Cowboys or if he played for the Pats and won a Super Bowl, we'd probably think differently about him.
Yeah,
but he was in Carolina for so long.
Yeah, it's true. We're talking basically 13 years in Carolina, and then just 2 or 3 in Baltimore towards the end of his career. Any other ones, sirs?
Well, I mean, the linemen haven't gotten any love.
Yeah,
today.
bring up Willie Anderson.
I mean, Willie Anderson. I mean, one of the better right tackles ever to play the game. I mean, you're talking about a staple at that position. Dominant, physical. Played on some very bad Bengals teams, but he was always a standout. And Jari Evans, the guard, who played with the Saints for all those long periods of time. Very good player.
Yeah.
So, and I'm looking at him and I'm saying to myself, I mean, in this category, they're blanketed by so many other great players that they probably won't have a shot to get in, because I mean you look at Eli and you look at Luke and T Sizzle, you look at all you look at Gates. I mean, it's a lot of great names on here. So I mean, the offensive lineman will probably be.
Luke Kuechly was a 5-time All-Pro.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
Willie Anderson 3-time All-Pro.
Eli, Suggs, and Gates are locks. You would think, right?
They're locks. They're
I think
locks.
Kuechly might be 2. That's 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
It's going to be very hard for Fred to get in.
Here's the thing with Fred. What I think that may give him some consideration is the fact that he's the only running back in the group.
Yeah, that helps.
I mean, so you can isolate. He's a fixture. You can really concentrate on because he's the only guy there.
And you almost may say, you know what? I can visualize this class: a lineman, a receiver, a running back, quarterback, a defensive, whatever, pass rusher, safety, or whatever it might be. And that easily could help him.
Yeah.
But there's a pack of bigs in terms of that position names that'll be coming up. It'll start to.
Yeah, next year's Frank Gore.
Yeah.
And I would assume that Frank Gore is going to get in the Hall of Fame before Fred Taylor.
Was already in the Pride.
Right.
So.
Not only that, right?
It's true.
He's going to go He's going to go in just for that catch on 3rd and 7 for the Jets, right?
Dang, next year it's Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Jason Witten, Frank Gore, Phillip Rivers.
That's tough.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's a lot of walk-ins.
Yeah, those are first ballot guys right there. Maybe not Witten. Maybe Witten.
Yeah,
but
Witten
definitely Fitzgerald, Breeze. Fitzgerald and Breeze, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know that Rivers is a walk-in.
No, he's a Hall of Famer.
I think he's a Hall of Famer too. I don't know that he's a walk-in. I don't know he's first time.
No, I don't think he's first time either. But for me, Drew Brees is.
Yeah, Drew Brees is the first.
Drew Brees.
I mean, he had the all-time passing record for. He still might. I don't even know.
Yeah. Yep. He was extremely accurate. I feel like Rivers is a Hall of Famer, but yeah, he may have to wait one. One of our textures.
By the way, has that ever happened where they take one guy over the other, and they both end up down the road getting in the Hall of Fame?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meaning, Rivers was chosen basically over Breeze.
In the draft.
That's why Breeze left.
Okay.
No, that's why Breeze left.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd have to think about that. You can go with the Eli's part of that conversation too, because Eli and Phillip.
Yeah.
Let's just say Eli.
Right, but Breeze played.
He's talking about one team got rid of him for the other. They traded him to New Orleans.
They literally let him go because Rivers was their guy.
Yeah. I was just trying to think of the unique combinations because Eli and Phillip swapped spots.
Right.
And then Breeze was a 2nd-round pick and then left because they were getting Phillip, and then he went.
Right.
And remember, Nick Saban could have made a decision to go with Drew Brees.
Yeah, and
did not.
Yeah.
And so instead he goes to the Saints, and the rest is history. Nick got, who was it? Dante Culpepper. Yeah. Now, one of our
Ocala's finest.
He is Ocala's finest.
One of our texters says, no one ever watched Fred Taylor and said Hall of Famer. Sure? You sure?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. 62-7, when he's running away from everybody, when you take a look at 234 yards up in Pittsburgh, I think you might have.
Yeah, you're generalizing. You said no one.
Yeah.
I look at Fred Taylor.
Put the tape in.
That's like when you hear somebody say everybody knows, nobody knows.
Nobody knows exactly that part.
Yeah, and like we said, there were...
I say that all the time.
I know you do.
Yeah. They were...
That's why I said it.
There were a bunch of good running backs in the 90s. They really, really were. And then into the O's. And we did have 2,000-yard rushers like Jamal Lewis and those cats. Heck, CJ2K, Chris Johnson. So we had some really good ones.
Well, the Texas said no one said. Did you hear what Jim Brown said? Jim Brown said he was a Hall of Fame once.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Is Jim Brown any good?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
best running back ever. Yeah, other than that,
So
yeah.
that matters a little bit that he said that Fred Taylor was a Hall
Well,
of
the
Fame
best coach ever in the history of the NFL said Fred Taylor's the best running back of his generation. That should hold.
I don't want to rain on anyone's parade, but when these former players are asked at these events if insert player deserves to be a Hall of Famer, I've never once heard them say, nah.
Like private.
No, they never say that. When there's a camera in their face or microphone in their face,
I don't
they
disagree with
always
you,
say yes.
But did Bill Belichick ever say Amon Green was the best running back of his generation? No.
I know. I get that one. I'm just arguing the point that, Jim Brown said, okay.
Yeah. But
what's he supposed to say?
Nah,
the
fair.
guy,
What you're saying
was
is fair.
good, but not great enough. Like that's
like he went out of his way to say it. I guess is at least some of that. And like I'm agreeing with one part. Anthony Munoz. The only time he's ever asked about Tony Baselli is when there's a Jaguar conversation.
Right.
But he's also quick to say he felt like he was better than he was. Like, in other words, Baselli.
Stop it.
Yeah.
But go ahead, I love Bo.
Yeah, and not better than Anthony Munoz.
No, stop him. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's because of the longevity of the career as well. Correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So
that man was menacing.
Yeah,
like 15 years, right? He played for a long time.
Well, he was a realtor as well as a blocker. He owned that real estate.
And he was like high level for a long time, right?
Yeah. Yes.
He owned that real estate. All right. So we'll wrap ours up. A couple more questions as far as the Super Bowl and the Hall of Fame is concerned on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can shoot a couple more in, 641-1010. Right now, we will take that number and ask you to call it, and JJ will open up the prop shop. We've got just a beer giveaway package for whoever gets the most correct prop bet picks. If you make it through, the finish line with all of them correct, then we're going to draw a winner, and we'll make sure we hook up one of our Primetime listeners with that good, a beer goodie bag.
Dave Benyon with Zero Res. As the temps outside are warming up, so is Zero Res. Right now, it's the hottest price of the year. 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for only $147, and the 4th room is free. That's right, the 4th room is on me. Google Zero Res and see what people are saying. Zero Res has over 6,000 5-star reviews. Remember, February is the hottest price of the year for Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for $147, and the 4th room is free. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Mia here. It's the Everything's on Sale going on now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Get 0 down and just $288 per month for a pre-owned 2022 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for 0 down and only $388 per month. Or how about no payments till July 2025? And you get 60 days to love your purchase or exchange it. Shop the Everything's on Sale at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned today on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter mile east of 295, and at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/save for more details.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On February 6, 1958, future Baseball Hall of Fame outfielder Ted Williams becomes the highest paid player in the MLB, re-signing with the Boston Red Sox for $135,000.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working and the next minute it's not working. Every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude, stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Shopping for your Valentine and dreaming of seeing that smile? Then make sure you swing by Golden Diamonds Direct for a beautiful piece of jewelry made with quality and care. Joe C. for Golden Diamonds Direct in the Plantation Publix Plaza on Racetrack Road. They've been in business for over 40 years, taking care of customers the right way with great gift ideas. Golden Diamonds Direct on Racetrack Road in the Plantation Publix Plaza. Chip, Curtis, Sam, and the crew, they can take care of you so you can take care of your Valentine.
Frank Frangie here. Tuesday, February 11th is a very special day in Jacksonville. It's JU Day. Join us this 1010XL broadcast live all day long from the Kenny Center on the beautiful campus of Jacksonville University. Incredible auction items will be available throughout the day to raise money for JU Athletics.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
Matt Hayes here for Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Taylor Doll here. Get your mammogram on the Buddy Bus Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2 at the showroom of Renewal by Anderson Beach in San Pablo. Reserve your spot by calling 904-202-2499. 904-202-2499.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise in towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, my takeaway is we're 3 days away from the Super Bowl on Thursday. I can tell you what Thursday is. Game plan is in. Game plan is absolutely in. You've already, you're talking about situational football, 1st and 10, 2nd and here, 3rd and long, all that kind of stuff. All that stuff is put into film studies in. The intensity in practice gets ramped up a little bit. Guys are visualizing themselves when you're making plays and all that kind of stuff. And then curfew is imposed. You're in a team meeting. It's do not get caught after midnight.
How difficult is that curfew, by the way?
No, I mean, listen, if you didn't have all your fun, the fun is over. All right, the business of ball is now. So if you miss curfew here at this particular time, hell, I won't be surprised you get sent home. If you're young, depends on who it is. Let me recoup
Patrick
that. Okay, let me recoup that. If you're young, if you got less than 3 years in the league and you're not a vital part of the offense or defense, you're out. Or they'll send you home. But see, you use this opportunity. Most of the time, most of the fellas use this opportunity to go out to dinner with their families the last time, and then maybe positionally, the O-line might get together and go to a steakhouse or something. It's a bonding type of time.
Right.
But curfew was imposed. If you out past midnight at this particular point now, man,
you're not serious.
You're not serious. You're not focused.
Yeah.
Because the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, great time. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's about winning the championship now.
So when your O-line when you guys are going out as an O-line, you're talking about the game, right?
We're talking about.
It's almost like a mini walkthrough.
We're talking about the game, and we're a lot of F-bombs to who we're playing. Yeah, a lot of F-bombs.
Locker room talk.
We're throwing a lot of F-bombs. I'm sure if you're the Eagles offensive line is saying F-bomb to Chris Jones,
Right.
F-bomb to this guy.
Is it whistling through the graveyard?
No, bro. No. You want to get after him pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to be in step and same focus.
You're like hyping yourself up for a title fight.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That is, yeah. That's
It is.
Rocky Balboa.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it is.
So that's
I was
what we're doing on
listening
the Thursday.
I was listening to Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickerson,
right?
One of the media interviews, and it's kind of like what Leon has preached to us before. Remember, Championship Sunday, those guys split halves, both of them playing center. And Landon Dickerson had to go in because of a bad back with Cam Jurgens. We all remember what happened. Anyway, they're asking the questions about how hurt they are. Neither one of them will say a word about where they're at. Yeah. And Landon's like, I got the whole offseason.
Yeah, the rest. Yes, absolutely. But guess what's going to happen first game? I guarantee you the first play, if any of those guys are suspect, Chris Jones is going to line up on over the nose.
And test
He's going to test his back.
And those
Why
knees.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
So my takeaway is I think this is going to be a defensive game.
Mm-hmm.
I think you look at these two teams throughout the playoffs. Even the Bills game, which the Chiefs won 30-29, the Bills only had like 370 total yards offense.
Yeah.
Which is, it's solid, but it's not like, whoa.
It ain't urban.
know?
Yeah, it ain't urban good.
So it's not urban good, of course.
Yeah.
But it's I just think that you've got two really good defenses right now. And these guys, they clearly know each other. All right.
Wow.
And you've got two defensive lines that I think can kind of dictate tempo.
Yeah.
Because they can, if you can disrupt an offensive line, and Leon can talk about this, if you got a defensive line that's got one or two or even three guys that can disrupt what you're doing, the flow, it's hard to get into the flow, right?
It is. And, well, unfortunately, that's what happened to us when we played the Cowboys. The Cowboys, they played like they had been there before. And it took us a while to get adjusted. But by the time we got adjusted, we down 13. And now it's an uphill climb. Eventually we made it a game when we were down by 3. But if we had went toe to toe with them early on,
right,
and not let them get up, I think the pendulum would have swung in our direction.
Yeah, it's real tough to figure out which one of these. If Matt is right and you're predicting a low scoring game, and I still could see points out there, but which of these teams can score quickly? Well, they both can, but then they also have struggled at times. The 32-29 game for the Kansas City Chiefs, I think, was only the third time they scored in the 30s this year.
Right.
They do not score.
And they have one possession games every week this year.
It was just nuts how many of those types of games. Meanwhile, that eruption of points for Philadelphia, you wouldn't necessarily expect to see it from a Jalen Hurts-led offense.
Because if somebody can stop Saquon, we've seen what Jalen looks like when
but Jalen,
it could get ugly quick.
It's very true, but he did go out and he was pressured. He was out of the pocket. He got rid of the ball.
He played fantastic in that NFC Championship game. Yeah,
even though the stat sheet didn't say it was flawless, it looked flawless because he never put himself in a bad position. So that's going to be fun to watch the totals. I already know where one of our guys is leaning. We may have to add to our prop sheet. I don't even know if I included the over.
I saw, we could just do that for our picks tomorrow or whatever. Yeah. But I saw one that was, will Travis Kelce ask Taylor Swift if he's going to marry, or if she will marry him tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or
I will say this. I think Jalen winning would be really cool. Jalen Hurts winning a Super Bowl trophy would be really, really cool. He's been through a lot, man. I mean, all the way back to college, man, when it was
second guess.
I mean, Tua knocked him out of his job, and he had to transfer. And even with the Eagles, with the Eagles, he's been second guessed.
Well, not second guessed to begin with. He was 26-2.
Yeah,
he was untouchable, and then went to being second guessed.
Right, and then second to 26 ended everything.
Yeah, terrible first half. Tua Tagovailoa comes in. He saves Alabama. They win. Jalen comes back, doesn't
Wins
beat
the
him.
SEC the next year, yeah.
Doesn't beat him, but then has to rally for him and wins the SEC, and then leaves and goes to Oklahoma, and probably was still second guess.
Yeah, and even the Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean, as early as this year, right?
Oh yeah, they look. I know I ain't the only one, but there are many people that just wait for that expiration date on him.
Oh yeah, of course.
And he just keeps defying odds. He really does. Even though
it would be a great story if they won the Super Bowl, and I'm not really an Eagles fan, but for him, it would be a really. I'm a Jalen fan. It would be really cool to see.
Well, it's happening on Saquon's birthday, so he will be all fired up as well. That'll be a good story for him. By the way, on Sunday, give me the total dollar amount that the National Retail Federation predicts the Americans will spend while watching.
Oh, I thought you were going to say what's
gamble.
the gamble. Is it you talking about gambling or just food?
Spending on food?
Food parties. This is drink, food, other purchases for the Super Bowl.
Well, I literally had to spend like $7 on just orange juice and one thing of toilet paper yesterday, or paper towels yesterday. So with inflation, I'm guessing
it's
multiple billions.
Yes,
you can't get out of like Publix without spending $70 for 2 bags. Yeah, so I'm guessing.
In the name of Chris King, what is going on over there?
I'm guessing 14 billion.
Whoa. 17.3 billion.
So I was close.
Now, again, sometimes they write these bad boys to get you to go out and spend money. Nasty cash. So this is what they're throwing out there. National Retail Federation, 17.3 billion, food, drinks, other purchases for the Super Bowl, which will be a new record. Hell yeah, it's going to be a new record because the prices are sky high, Jackson. And then topping the list. I was on the treadmill today, and I'm looking up at the television. I definitely I get my work in. I don't run like I want to, JJ. I wish I could. It ticks me off still to this day that I can't run, but I still get my work in. Anyway, I'm watching one of the shows, and they're doing one of these feel-good shows in the middle of the day, and they're talking about how to not spend money on chicken wings because they're so expensive. And they
the alternative to wings.
Well, there's also like the bird flu now, so that's going to help you.
Yeah.
My favorite, lemon pepper.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
One of the suggestions was frozen pizza and celery. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, I'll have celery,
frozen
but
pizza
next to the wings, dipping it in blue cheese.
Just make your own pizza if you're going to do that. Frozen pizza.
That's terrible. That's almost un-American.
Thank goodness.
Almost, bro. That is un-American.
It is. Celery.
Gio and I were having this discussion on Breaking Ball.
Celery.
If you were granted 3 wishes, and one was just strictly for you, the next one was, I don't know, maybe a loved one or whatever, and then the third one was just to do more good for more mankind.
Right.
I would ask for 4 wings on every chicken. Okay, I would just. And Gio's like, let's go ahead and make it 12. Let's just go ahead and make it 12 wings on every chicken. So 1.4 billion chicken wings are said to be consumed on Super Bowl.
I don't doubt that.
Sunday.
Even with the bird flu, huh?
Even with it. And that's only rationing. That's only rationing like 4 wings per person, Leon.
Yeah.
There is a bird flu, bro. Have you been to Publix lately and seen the eggs? There's no eggs, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
So there was something that was out there on social, and I'm trying to remember. Did someone up in Pennsylvania heist an egg truck?
Is that right?
Look it up, JJ. I think someone
Egg
might
truck.
have heisted an egg truck trying to make some money off.
Yeah,
this
$40,000 worth of eggs stolen from trailer at a Pennsylvania farm
You
from the back of the truck.
That badly, man.
I am making deviled eggs.
Okay,
but I don't need
By the way, you talk
approximately
really big about your deviled eggs.
100,000 eggs, by the way, stolen.
You talk really big about those deviled
Those are
eggs.
Deviled eggs won exactly, Joe. They won an award here at 1010XL.
They did. They were delicious.
Yeah,
I don't remember them.
excellent. Oh, they were good.
We haven't gotten them in a while.
And I'm not
About
even a
time.
deviled egg dude.
You guys are supposed to say I don't remember them either.
I'll
Like,
bring
you
in
gotta
some
be-
on Monday.
Yeah,
Nice.
The ones, the leftovers. If
I'm
there
not like a huge deviled egg guy, but they were award winning.
You put bacon in, JJ?
Sometimes I do. I put them a little at the top.
Little jalapeno as well.
No, I haven't done that.
You should try that, bro.
I should.
Yeah, just
Well,
like
they're becoming your deviled eggs.
we will have the armadillo eggs.
What
which
is
are
that?
Just awesome. They're just awesome. It's you take the jalapeno,
Right.
You hollow it out, throw some sausage in there, and then some cheese.
Yeah.
You roll it up.
Sounds
and then
good.
Are you guys doing that?
You gonna smoke them? This is one of the son-in-laws. He makes.
Oh, he's already at the top of the
Jordan
list
makes huge points with the armadillo eggs.
You know, one thing I just realized this past Tuesday is no more tight lady, bro. Tight lady ends on Tuesday. Remember that?
He's still thinking about
Moment of
Popeyes.
silence for tight lady.
I blame Joe for that because he's the one who said no more.
He said it was enough.
I had to put it into it. And I walked down the hall and I told Casey, I said, how crazy am I to put an end to one of my favorite things in the world? But I had to.
I told her goodbye. I said, I won't see you till summer.
We had to bring it. In other words,
hibernating.
Now we have to, exactly. Now we have something to look forward
Right.
to.
Well, also now Tuesday we're going to be jonesing for fried chicken.
Probably. I'm jonesing for this guy right now.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
Jonesing for a little embedded and shredded. Hayes Carline over on the campus of Swoop UNF. Hayes, how are you, man?
I came to confess. I'm the one that stole the eggs.
What are you going to do with them? How are you going to make some money off of those
I'm
eggs?
going to sell them to the Waffle House at a massive surcharge.
Oh, that is a grand plan. You got to get them down from PA down to FLA, and we need to sell them fast because there's a spoil rate on that thing.
Yes,
you know that, don't you?
Yes, we are aware. I am simply one of the key cogs in this criminal enterprise.
I do love it.
But yes, we will have all the eggs that we can eat, and it will be very glorious, and there will be good times again. But yes, we are at UNF. Exciting game tonight. The Ospreys are hosting Bellarmine, who is 0-10 in A-Sun play. So that's dangerous because teams don't normally go winless. It carries... I mean, look, you'd rather face an 0-10 team than a 10-0 team.
Right.
I get that. But UNF will need to be on guard tonight. They're playing well. They're coming off the win over JU, 5-5 mark in conference play. So, starting to right the ship. They often get hot this time of year, and I would expect that they would play very well tonight. Again, they lead the nation in three-pointers made per game, almost at 13 a game. So if you want to come out and watch a really exciting brand of basketball, UNF, again, tonight is the place to be. So we're really excited to be out here. It should be a fun Frangie show, and we'll talk tons of Jags and Gators hoops and all that coming up.
All right, hey, sounds good, buddy. Enjoy it over there. Swoop Live. We'll be listening.
Thank you.
All right, Hayes, Frange, and then JJ holding it down here. All right, so tomorrow we'll be at the Ale House, Tinseltown, right there, just around the corner from HQ. And so drop on by, and we'll have a little Bud Light build up to the Super Bowl. We'd love to see you there. That's for sure. We are done. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Searcy, and JJ. We'll talk to you tomorrow with more prop bets. You want to do one more round of prop bets right now, JJ?
Yeah, why not?
All right, go ahead. 641-1010. JJ will take 2 or 3 more of you and put you in the prop shop. So dial it up right now and get ready for the Francis Show.
Nothing cheap and nothing deep.